Cagaloglu Milion. General. The Milion was a mile marker monument erected in the early 4th century after Christ in Constantinople. It was the starting place for measurement of distances for all the roads leading to the cities of the Byzantine Empire and had the same function as the Militarium Aureum of Rome. The domed building of the Milion rested on 4 large arches, and it was expanded and decorated with several statues and paintings. It had survived intact following the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople for about the next 50 years, but disappeared at the start of the 16th century. During excavations in the 1960s, some partial fragments of it were discovered under houses in the area. The remains of the monument are located in Istanbul, in the district of Eminönü, in the neighborhood of Cagaloglu, at the northern corner of the square of Saint Sophia, and close to the Basilica Cistern. When Emperor Constantine I the Great rebuilt the city of Byzantium to make it his new imperial capital, which he named Nova Roma, New Rome, he consciously emulated many of the features of Old Rome. Among these was the Milion. It was a tetraphyllon surmounted by a dome, built in the first region of the city near the old walls of Byzantium, at the very beginning of the main thoroughfare of the new city, the Messi, which at that point formed a bend. The new building fulfilled the same role as the Militarium Aureum in Rome. It was considered as the origin of all the roads leading to the European cities of the Byzantine Empire, and on its base were inscribed the distances of all the main cities of the empire from Constantinople. The monument was just east of the Augusteum, and was much more complex than its Roman counterpart. It can be described as a double triumphal arch surmounted by a dome, which was carried by 4 arches. It was crowned by the statues of Constantine and his mother Helena with a cross, looking towards the east, between them. A statue of the fate of the city stood behind them. From the beginning of the 6th century, the building became an increasingly important station of the imperial ceremonial. Justinian I added to it a sundial, while Justin II adorned the lower part with the statues of his wife Sophia, his daughter Arabia and his niece Helena. The monument was also adorned with equestrian sculptures of Trajan, Hadrian, Theodosius II and a bronze quadriga of Helios. During the first half of the 8th century, the vaults of the building were adorned by emperors Philippikos and Anastasios II with paintings of past ecumenical councils, but during the iconoclastic age, Emperor Constantine V replaced them with scenes from the Hippodrome. During the Komnenian Age, the Milion, due to its strategic position, witnessed fights in the city, like those between Nikephoros III and Alexios I, or those between imperial groups and Empress Maria of Antioch, who from this position was controlling the Augusteum. In the period 1268 to 1271, after the end of the Latin Empire, the Milion, together with the Augusteum, became property of the Church of Saint Sophia. After the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, the building remained intact up to the end of the 15th century. It disappeared possibly at the beginning of the 16th century because of the enlargement of the nearby aqueduct and the subsequent erection of the nearby Südürezize, Turkish, water tower. In the years 1967 and 1968, Following theoretical studies about the location of the monument and after the demolition of the houses placed above it, excavations revealed some foundations in a fragment, now erected as a pillar, belonging to the building. These remains could be positively identified as belonging to the Milion thanks to their vicinity to a part of Byzantine canalization. This seems to indicate the angle of the disappeared Messi, as reported by the literary sources.